Good morning. Welcome back to Maritime Law. Last time we began with the legal character of a bill. The legal character of a bill, especially the bill of lading, is multifaceted and encompasses various aspects that impact the rights, the obligations, and relationships of the parties involved in the international carriage of goods by sea. We began with the key elements that define the legal character of a bill. Document of title, as the name suggests, is considered a document of title, especially when it is negotiable. This means that possession of the original, properly endorsed bill confers the right to claim and take delivery of the goods at the destination. It can be transferred from one party to another through endorsement and delivery. Next is the contract of carriage. Contract of carriage, which serves as evidence. That is the bill of lading, serving as evidence of contract of carriage between the shipper and the carrier. It outlines the terms and conditions of the transportation agreement. Including details about the goods, the voyage, and the responsibilities of the parties involved. The bill of lading serves as a receipt. Still under number 2, it outlines the terms and conditions of the transportation agreement for goods to be carried. The details about the goods, the type of goods, the content, the volume, the quantity, the quality, just to mention a few, the voyage, and the obligations, the duties, the responsibilities of the parties involved. Next is receipt of goods. Receipt for goods. The bill of lading serves as a receipt issued by the carrier, the person carrying the goods, the individual, acknowledging the receipt of the specified goods for shipment. It provides evidence that the goods were loaded onto the vessel in the described condition. If you purchase any item, what you get in return is called a receipt. And in this instance, it serves as a receipt issued by the carrier, acknowledging the receipt of the specified goods for shipment. It provides evidence that the goods were loaded onto the vessel in the described condition, good condition. No form of evaporation, shortage, or loss. We have the documentary credit. It plays a crucial role in international trade finance. In transactions involving letters of credit, banks often require the presentation of certain shipping documents. including a bill of lading, to release payment to the exporter, known as the seller. In transactions involving letters of credit, banks often require the presentation of certain shipping documents that will be presented in the mode of operation should that crop up. This includes the bill of lading, to release payment to who? The seller. We have the title transfer. The negotiability of certain bills allows for the transfer of title to the goods during the transit. This feature is particularly important in facilitating the buying and selling of goods while they are en route to their destination. We talked about the liability and obligations. It outlines the carrier's liability for goods during transit. It may include the provisions regarding the care, custody, and delivery of goods, as well as limitations on the carrier's liability for loss or damage. We also talked about the negotiability, the governing law and jurisdiction, the lanes and stoppage in transit. The lanes and stoppage in transit include provisions related to the carrier's right to assert a lien on the goods for the shipper's right to stop the goods in transit under certain circumstances. Lien simply means, for example, maybe someone talk up to a bank to get a loan to finance a deficit transaction, to finance a business. If such is willing or unwilling to pay as at when due, the lien, especially in most cases, there are banks that finance such a business. The lien in this instance gets the credit. We take over everything as to financing the project on terms. We have importance in cargo claims. The legal character of a bill talked about in the event of loss, damage, or delay in the delivery of goods. Bill of lading serves as a crucial document for filing cargo claims and seeking compensation. It plays a crucial role. Legal character of a bill plays a crucial role as related to the importance in cargo claims for compensation. The electronic bills of lading also. The legal character of electronic bills of lading is influenced by national and international laws recognizing electronic transactions. The validity and enforceability of the EBLs may depend on compliance with the applicable legal frameworks. And in understanding the legal character of a bill of lading is essential, is important for all parties involved in international trade, including the shippers, the carriers, the consignees, and banks. The legal professionals with expertise in maritime law and international trade law play a significant role in interpreting, in drafting, and ensuring compliance with legal aspects of bill of lading. The IMO, the International Maritime Organization, We want to talk about the IMO, the International Maritime Organization. It's a specialized agency of the United Nations responsible for regulating shipping on a global scale. The IMO was established to promote the safety, security, and environmental performance of international shipping. Its primary mission, objective, is to develop and maintain a comprehensive regulatory framework for the shipping industry. It's like a body, an agency of the United Nations that is responsible for regulating the shipping industry on a global scale. It was established to promote safety, security, and environmental performance of the international shipping. And it says that its primary mission, its primary motive, its primary objective is to develop and maintain a comprehensive regulatory framework for the shipping industry. Now we want to talk about the key aspects of the International Maritime Organization. One of it is establishment. Why was it established? Second one is headquarters. The third is membership. The fourth, objective. The purpose, the function, the main aim. The regulatory functions. The technical cooperation. You have the research and development. The conferences and meetings. You have the legal framework. You have the industry collaboration. You have the global maritime awareness. These are some of the key aspects of the International Maritime Organization. Why was it established? The headquarters. The membership. How can you become a member? The objectives, the aim, the mission. What are the regulatory functions of the body or agency? the technical cooperation, the research and development, the legal framework, the conferences and meetings, the industry collaboration, and of course the global maritime awareness. All these we shall explain one after the other. The IMO, under establishment, was promulgated on March 17, 1948 as the Intergovernmental Maritime Consultative Organization, the IMC. It adopted its current name, the IMO, International Maritime Organization, in 1982. This is simple and straightforward. The headquarters is located in the United Kingdom, that is London. Membership for this, the IMO has a global membership of 175 member states and 3 associate members. This is as of our last knowledge update in January 2022. It is an inclusive organization that welcomes all maritime nations. The objectives. The primary objectives of the IMO, as outlined in its convention, include 1. Ensuring the safety and security of shipping. 2. Preventing maritime pollution from ships. 3. Facilitating cooperation among governments in the regulation of shipping. Next is regulatory functions. The IMO is responsible. The IMO is responsible for developing and maintaining international conventions and regulations related to various aspects of shipping. The key areas of focus under the regulatory functions include the safety of life at sea, SOLAS. Has the acronym. MAPOL has the prevention of pollution from ships, the standards of training, certification, and watchkeeping for seafarers, STCW. You have the ISPS code, International Ship and Port Facility Security. You have the International Maritime Dangerous Goods Code, IMDG. You have the technical cooperation. The IMO provides technical assistance and support to developing countries to help them implement and enforce international maritime regulations. This includes capacity building initiatives, training programs, and technology transfer. They provide technical assistance and support, cooperation for countries that need their help in the implementation and enforcement of international maritime regulations. An example has been cited here, or examples, include the capacity building initiatives. They train people with training programs and technology transfer to get things done. Research and development. The IMO encourages and supports research and development activities to enhance the safety, security, and environmental performance of shipping. This involves collaboration with the maritime industry, research institutions, and other stakeholders. We all know that R&D, research and development, is a crucial aspect. It's very important. It's key for any going concern to thrive. We are told here that the IMO encourages and supports the R&D activities in terms of security, in terms of safety, and environmental performance of shipping. And this involves the collaboration with the maritime industry, the research institutions, and other stakeholders. We have the conferences and meetings. The IMO organizes regular sessions of its governing bodies, including the Assembly, the Council, and committees dealing with specific technical issues. These sessions provide a forum for member states to discuss and make decisions on various maritime matters. You have the legal framework. The IMO operates under the International Maritime Organization Convention, which establishes its legal framework. The organization's work is carried out through its various committees and subcommittees. This is under the legal aspect. The industry collaboration. The IMO collaborates with the maritime industry, of course, including ship owners, the operators, and classification societies, to ensure that regulations are practical, effective, and in line with the industry standards or needs. Ensure that regulations are practical. For practitioners of this industry to demonstrate their skills, their expertise, and that they are very effective and they align with the industry standards or needs. You have the global maritime awareness. The IMO plays a key role in raising awareness about maritime issues globally. It engages with the public, the media, and the broader international community to highlight the importance of sustainable and safe shipping. The International Maritime Organization's work has a profound impact on the safety, security, and environmental sustainability of the global shipping industry. Its regulations and guidelines influence the practices of maritime nations and contribute to the development of a safer and more efficient maritime transportation system. Now, I want to talk about the historical background of the Maritime Organization. The background, the historical development of the Maritime Organization. The historical background of the IMO, that is, the International Maritime Organization, is closely tied to the need for international cooperation to address maritime safety and environmental concerns. I'm going to talk about this briefly, subject to some backgrounds. The pre-IMO era, the founding conference, the Intergovernmental Maritime Consultative Organization, the IMCO, first meeting, focus on safety and pollution prevention, the development of key conventions, name change to IMO, expansion of mandates, just to mention a few. Overview of the historical background of the International Maritime Organization. The IMO. The first one talks about the pre-IMO era, the founding conference, the intergovernmental Maritime consultative organization, as the IMCO. The first meeting, the focus on safety, security, and prevention. The development of key conventions, name change, IMO, the expansion of mandate, the global impact, the international collaboration, these are the brief overview of the historical background of the International Maritime Organization, known as the IMO. We talk about how it evolved, how it came to be under these subheadings. The pre-IMO era. Before the establishment of the IMO, there were various international efforts to address maritime safety issues. Significant maritime disasters, such as the sinking of the Titanic in 1912, led to the adoption of the first International Convention on Safety of Life at the Sea in 1914. However, the effectiveness of these early agreements was limited, and there was a need for a more comprehensive and centralized approach. A very good example has been cited. That is the sinking of the Titanic in 1912. And this paved way for the adoption of the first International Convention on Safety of Life at the Sea in 1914. Though there wasn't much effectiveness of this agreement. Why? Because it was limited. And that led to a more comprehensive and centralized approach to ensuring safety and security of lives at the sea. We also have the founding conference. The idea of creating an international maritime organization gained momentum in the aftermath of the World War II. The United Nations Maritime Conference was convened in Geneva in March 1948 to discuss the establishment of an international body to address maritime safety and other related issues. That is the founding conference, which talks about after the emergence of the World War II. The United Nations Maritime Conference was convened in Geneva in March 1948 to discuss the establishment of an international body to address maritime safety and other related issues. the Intergovernmental Maritime Consultative Organization, the IMCO. The United Nations Maritime Conference resulted in the establishment of the Intergovernmental Maritime Consultative Organization on March 17, 1948. The IMCO was created as a specialized agency of the United Nations and operated within the framework of the UN. The first meeting of the IMCO. First meeting of the IMCO Assembly took place in 1959 in Geneva. During this meeting, the Assembly adopted the IMCO Convention, which came into force on March 17, 1958. Focus on strategy, focus on safety rather, and pollution prevention. The IMCO's early focus was on developing international conventions and regulations to enhance the safety of shipping. The organization's work expanded to include the prevention of maritime pollution from ships, the development of key conventions, the development of key conventions under the IMCO played a crucial role in developing key international conventions, including the safety of life at the sea. The acronym here is SOLAS, the International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships, and the Standards of Trading, Certification, and Watchkeeping for Seafarers Convention. The name change to IMO. In 1982, the organization underwent a name change from IMCO to the International Maritime Organization. This change reflected a broader mandate that encompassed not only safety and pollution prevention, but also the overall regulation and improvement of the international maritime industry. The expansion of mandate. Over the years, the IMO's mandate expanded to cover various aspects of maritime governance, including legal, technical, and environmental issues. The organization continued to adopt new conventions and amendments to existing ones to address emerging challenges. We're told here that it expanded to cover various aspects of maritime governance, which include the legal aspect, the technical and environmental issues. Of the maritime industry. Also, that the organization continued to adopt new conventions, new ways of doing things, and amendments to existing ones to address emerging challenges. We have the global impact. The IMO's work has had a profound global impact on the maritime industry, influencing safety standards. It's influenced safety standards, the environmental protection measures, and, of course, the overall efficiency and sustainability of the international shipping. That's really helped. That's really impacted positively on the maritime industry, cascading from the safety standards, environmental protection measures, down to the overall efficiency and sustainability of the international shipping. We have the international collaboration. The IMO collaborates with member states, including stakeholders, including industry stakeholders, the non-governmental organizations, and other international bodies to achieve its goals, to achieve its aims. There are regular sessions, meetings, and committees which provide forums for discussion, decision-making, and cooperation. It is a body that allows for discussion. How can we move this body forward? What can be done? Decision-making and cooperation from all and sundry to ensure that the organization thrives in all aspects. The historical development of the IMO reflects the international community's recognition of the need for coordinated efforts to regulate and improve safety, security, and environmental performance of global shipping. The organization continues to play a vital role in shaping the future of the maritime industry. I want to talk about the relevant treaties or protocol under the maritime industry. As of January 2022, there were several important treaties and protocols under the purview of the IMO that play a crucial role in regulating various aspects of international shipping. These treaties cover issues such as safety of life at sea, the prevention of pollution, the training and certification of seafarers, and more. It is important to note that the status of international maritime agreements may change, and new treaties may have been adopted or amendments made since our last update. And this will lead us to some of the key treaties and protocols which are relevant to the IMO. You have the safety of life at sea. You have the International Convention for the prevention of pollution from ships. You have the standards of trading, certification, and watching for seafarers. The International Maritime Dangerous Goods Code, the International Ship and Port Facility Security ISPS Code. You have the Ballast Water Management BWM Convention, International Load Line Convention, International Convention on Civil Liability for Oil Pollution Damage, International Convention on Liability and Compensation for Damage in connection with the carriage of hazardous and noxious substances by sea, International Convention on Salvage. All this will be explained upon our next meeting on the relevant treaties and protocol, especially some of the key treaties and protocols that are relevant to the IMO. Thank you all for listening. See you next time.